You're not going to have it all together, right? When you're looking for your purpose in life, you need to come to a point to realize you're not going to figure it out right away. It's not going to fall into your lap. You have to make intentional decisions to go out and look for that purpose. And the thing is, life is not going to just be like, here you go, purpose, here you go, purpose. Like, no. A lot of life is trial and error. A lot of life. Like, if you haven't figured it out right now, I'm gonna spoil the movie for you. You're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure it out along the way. That is the only way to truly find your purpose in life. And it's not just go through life, let things happen. It's more so, what are you doing right now? So you say you want to be a writer. Are you writing? You say you want to be an actor. Are you taking classes? You said you're interested in drumming. Are you taking lessons? Like, this is how you figure out your purpose. Because the thing is, our purpose is not going to just show up out of the blue. A lot of times there are things and parts of ourselves that we need to heal, that we need to fix, that just needs to come out of us before we even reach our purpose. Because our purpose is often always attached to other people. To find your purpose is to find your voice, and to find your voice is to try different things. You have to try different things out, and a lot of times you trying different things out will lead you to your purpose, but you don't know that until you do what? You try. And if you don't try anything at all, then you're just gonna be another person complaining about not finding their purpose. Because we've come into this rhetoric of making things more complicated than it is. And although yes, life is very complicated because so many things happen, but some things are very simple. In order to find your purpose, you need to be doing. You need to be constantly doing. And not just doing anything, but doing things that interest you, that you could talk about all day, that you have just like a little curiosity about. Because the thing is, the more you try, the more likely you're going to figure out what it is that you want to do in life. But growing up, sometimes we're taught to only do certain things. We're taught to only be a certain way. So it takes us a little bit longer to pop that bubble. Now with social media and us being in the digital era, we have a lot more choices because now we know more. We know more about things that I'm gonna be honest, in my era we didn't know about. I didn't know I could be a flight attendant. I know I picked something so random, but I'm gonna be honest, if I knew about being a flight, like I could be a flight attendant. If I truly knew, I probably would have did that first. Right out of high school, I probably would have signed up to do training and travel around the world. I could still technically do that if I wanted to, but I'm on a different path right now, as you can see. But I'm just saying, the point is, you may not have known it then, but now you know. So what are you doing to now find your purpose? And I know a lot of times people make it seem very, very vague, but I'm gonna give you a few steps, and I hope it truly helps you find your purpose. For one, what are the things you used to be just so excited about when you were a kid? Because oftentimes our childhood shows us a little bit of what we're interested in. Like, what were the things that we were into when we were younger? Write them down. Write all of them down. Doesn't matter what. Even if you didn't actually do it, but you had an interest in it, you wanted to know more about it, write it down. Then from there, I want you to start exploring. One at a time now, because a lot of y'all like to do things 2-3 times. Y'all like to multitask. I'm gonna let you know a secret with multitasking. You're not really multitasking, because every time you put one thing down and pick something else up, your focus is only on that one thing. That's not multitasking. The world has lied to you. I'm sorry. It's not multitasking. That's actually slowing you down from the process. If you would have just finished what you started and then move on to the next, it would be a lot quicker. But you stop and pick it up, stop and pick it up, stop and pick it up. That's not multitasking. I think, honestly, the only thing you can multitask is being on your phone and being on the toilet at the same time. And even then, you start getting distracted off of your phone and you just sitting on the toilet on your phone. You've been done. I'm just saying. Anyways, back to the message. To find your purpose, you need to now pick one of those things and explore it. Simple as that. It does not mean break the bank if you are on a budget. It does not mean forcing yourself. It means to truly play again. Like, as adults, we have stopped playing. We have stopped imagining our life the way it could be. We just imagine it the way it should be according to society. But Who is society? It's time to really dive into your purpose. After you explore that option, write down how it made you feel. Simple as that. Did you get excited? Did you seem passionate? Do you want to do it again? Figure out how these things make you feel. Figure out whether or not it's just a hobby. Because there are some things that are just a hobby. I don't know how many times I've heard people say they took their hobby and tried to make it a business or a dream and they lost the joy of doing it. Don't do that. Everything don't need to be monetized. Everything don't need to make you money. Something should just make you happy. Because at the end of the day, you can't take money with you when you die. And too many times people always say their regret is they didn't live, they didn't love enough. They just chased after money. Don't let that be your story, please. I know we're on a sidebar right now, but I just need to say that. Back to purpose. Once you try that out, you repeat the cycle. Pick something else from your list. How did it make you feel? How do you want to make money from it? Do you see yourself? Because this is the thing. Some people can fall into their purpose by accident. And some people, it takes them a little bit longer to figure out. The timing is all off for a reason. Because there are parts of you that often needs to be shaped and molded for the purpose that is your life. A lot of times people be like, oh, why hasn't it happened for me? Why did it? It's because it wasn't time yet. It's because you're not ready yet. The fact that you're asking that question shows you're not ready. You're not ready because if we gave it to you right now, what would happen? It will fall. You would not take care of it. A lot of times we really truly feel like we would. What if? But what if it's right there and you drop the ball? You quit. And the thing is, purpose is so precious. It needs to be harnessed and cared for and loved for so that those in its path can be affected by it. Because that's what purpose is for. It's to affect those who are also within the realm of changing things for other people and inspiring other people. But if you're chasing the wrong thing or you're distracted, they're going to find somebody else. God going to find somebody else. Because the thing is, God don't give one person an idea. He gives about 10, 20 people the same idea. It's just about who's going to pick it up. Who's going to pick it up and run with it. We be acting like God ain't replaced Saul in the Bible with David. Whether you read the Bible or not. I'm going to just explain to you real quick. Saul was the one that was supposed to go running. And he got jealous. He got distracted. Forgot his purpose. And then David picked up the mantle and went and did it. God gave everybody the same idea. It's just about who gonna run with it. Just about who gonna run with it, who gonna do it. And the thing is, it's about blessing you too. But you're so gun-ho on just not trying in life. You give up before you even start. Purpose is so easy to find if you just stop playing so hard to get. If you just stop acting like every time you do something you have to be perfect. You will never be perfect at something new. It's new for a reason. You're gonna pick up the violin and magically play and then you be prodigy? That's like 0.1 chance of that happening. And we see how many of those prodigies happen. Sometimes it takes real work within the purpose. But if you constantly give yourself excuses, you'll never be able to truly find your purpose, truly find your voice. And the third thing I want to talk about when it comes to finding your purpose, you have to cut out the noise. Cut out the noise. Because oftentimes, the noise of everyone else's thoughts, everyone else's critiques, everyone else's opinions will block you from hearing correctly, from going in the right direction. It can sometimes scare you off of going in the direction you need to go to. It makes you doubt yourself. So sometimes you gotta cut off the noise. You gotta turn everything off. You gotta find a quiet place to reflect. Reflect on the things you've done. Reflect on the things that brought you joy. Reflect on what it is you're trying to do in this world. And trust yourself enough to keep going, to learn throughout the process. Because if you're constantly doubting yourself and you're constantly stop, go, you're doing no one a favor and you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice to seeing all the potential that you can have, to seeing what you can truly accomplish in this world because you keep doubting yourself. Purpose has to be found in the doing, the trying, and the believing that you can. And you will. Purpose is simple. All it takes is a little bit of effort and a whole lot of faith. A whole lot of faith to stand. Even when people think what you're saying is crazy, it can't happen. We have too many stories in our own real lives, not just the Bible, but our own real lives of people doing it in the midst of people saying it can't be done. That is true foundation of finding purpose. That even when somebody says you can't do it, you still believe you can't. Because that's how you know you truly are in your purpose, because you're ready to withstand all the doubts and do it anyways. Noah stood in his purpose. He was like, listen, I know all y'all laughing at me, but God told me to build this ark, so I'm going to build this ark. Because sometimes finding your purpose means you're going to be embarrassed, means you're going to probably get laughed at for chasing your dreams, okay? People are going to doubt you left and right. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, she's still trying to be a designer. It's been years. Doesn't matter. Does not matter, because if it's your purpose, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So you have to keep running. You have to keep trying. You have to keep building. You have to keep going. If you don't know what your purpose is now, then your starting point is to find out by trying whatever and anything that brings you passion, makes your heart skip, makes the time go by so fast that you didn't even realize. I don't care how much I hate sewing. When I sew, the time go by quick. Okay, time go by quick. When I'm creating content, the time go by quick. Time go by quick. So your first step, if you don't know what it is yet, is to try whatever it is that brought that joy into your heart. It's better for you to try than to not try at all. That is the first step in finding your purpose. And everything else will come along. The way to do it, how to do it, the mentors, the funding, all of that will come because you will be standing and moving in your purpose. And when you're moving in your purpose, it will fall together in place because it's your purpose. And if it doesn't fall together, it doesn't mean it's not your purpose. It just means you need to work harder, and where you're trying to get requires you to be strong. Because there's a lot of platforms that require strength, and you may not have strength, and you need to work on that strength. So you're going to go through some things that's going to build your strength. Me, I had to go through a lot of strength seasons. It was hard. But now I'm at a place where I don't care what people think. I don't care how long it takes. I know where and how and what I've come from and what got me here. My faith, my unconditional faith, my utter belief that I don't care what it looks like. I'm finna keep going until. But all of that didn't happen until I went through what I went through. And now I'm living and practicing my purpose. And every day, all my hope is that I get closer and closer to the people that I'm supposed to help, the person I'm supposed to affect, and know that I did what I was supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. My joy comes from lighting other people up. And that is what I want to make sure I'm doing from this day forward. So if you want to find your purpose, remember, you don't have to look too hard. You just have to keep trying until one day purpose finds you.